Hi everyone, my name is Nicholas Mortensen, and today we're going to be discussing the thermal effect of food for this micro teaching lesson. But before we get started, I just want to go over the main objective that we're going to be learning today, and that is to describe and analyze the thermal effect of food's role in energy metabolism. So basically, what is it? How can it be applied to the individuals that you may or may not be working with? And how can it impact the role of nutrition and in human physiology and of course metabolism. So a quick review, the four components of energy expenditure include resting metabolic rate, which is the energy needed in order to keep your body functioning at a normal level, so just to kind of keep you alive. We then have non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and this is the movement that's considered, not quite exercise. So something like, okay, I'm going to take the stairs versus the elevator, or maybe I'm going to ride my bike to work, at a leisurely pace versus taking the car. And then, of course, we have physical activity, resistance training, aerobic work, etc., etc. And then we have the thermal effect of food. And so the thermal effect of food is the energy burned during digestion and processing of various macronutrients. And this is including our proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And as a quick review, remember that proteins and carbs contain 4 calories per gram and fats contain 9 calories per gram. And so the thermal effect of food contributes to about 10% of your daily energy expenditure, but this can definitely vary depending on the types of food you eat, the timing of these nutrients ingested, and so forth. So when we're talking about our macronutrient digestion, we're referring to, of course, fats, carbs, and proteins, but how we actually digest and process them varies at different rates. So with fats, 97 to 100% of the calorie content found in fats is actually absorbed. So we don't really lose a whole lot as a result of digestion. Carbohydrates, we absorb 90 to 95% of the calorie content, so we lose about 5 to 10% of the calories as a result of digestion. And then proteins, we actually absorb 70 to 80% of the calorie content of these macronutrients, and so a significant portion is lost due to digestion. So proteins have the highest thermal effect, followed by carbohydrates and fats. So if we want to look in the other realm, fats are the most efficient macronutrient in which our bodies absorb because we hardly lose any amount to digestion and absorption, then followed by carbohydrates and proteins. So proteins kind of have a little bit of an edge compared to the other two. So what does this mean? In terms of calories, remember that calories are the ultimate driver of weight loss, maintenance, or gain, which is something that we value highly within the nutrition realm because that's a huge goal for a lot of people. So with what you know about the thermal effect of food, are all calories created equal? Processed versus whole foods, typically we can eat a little bit more whole foods versus processed because and have the same calorie content just based on how our body digests and processes them. And then of course we know about proteins kind of being that special macronutrient. So going back to our learning objective, knowing and understanding what the thermal effect does and its role. Remember, it contributes to a small percentage of energy expenditure, but this can be helpful or hurtful with your goals, especially in terms of weight loss and maintenance. And then the quality and the amount of calories should also be considered with your weight loss and goals. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it.